Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Roblox reaction. This is All For You from Tower Defense X. That's pretty much all the general context I got from this one. I was told about like tower battles and got a little blurb about that whole situation and how they relate to each other, etc. But I'm not going to bore you with all that. I'm pretty sure most of you already know about that if you're watching this video, so whatever wanted me to get to this one, and I suppose without further ado, let's go! I'm hearing metal elements in here. I was right. Sometimes they just add that for texture. You can never be sure. Okay. This guy knows metal. He also kind of has a Brendan Urie vibe to his voice. Really good tone. The drums aren't too off either. There are some things I probably wouldn't do, but I'm also not mainly a metal drummer, so. But a lot of that usually just comes from producers who aren't drummers, so could be either one. Definitely not egregious, though. Like, at large. Very well done. I love it when it kicks into this part. Now that's nice. Like all that ghost noting there, that's really nice. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. I think this guy knows drums. And a tasteful double pedal. Rare. So, I take it back. I think this producer knows drums. I feel like this is like one deathcore scream away from being Electric Callboy. Which is kind of sick, actually. Okay, the GJ, you have my attention. That was a really well done song. I did not think it was going to be as competent in the latter half as the first half was, and I was like, oh, there's some things in here that I just wasn't fully confident with the drums on. There was some off-time stuff that was kind of more accentual on the back end, like layering it in, and I was like, oh, that feels a little weird. But then as the song progressed, it made more sense of that and made more use of the room in the kit, and by putting in double pedal where it actually belongs, thank you. So many people either overuse it or never touch it because they're afraid to. Having that balance is something that not a lot of producers actually have. So you could tell the GJ actually appreciates the genre, which is always sick. And like I said, I'm not really a metal drummer. I can, but I'm definitely not like a deathcore sort of person that has like a bunch of double pedal skill. I'm really not great with my own technique on that front, and I really don't have the stamina for it, so that's, you know, take it with a grain of salt on my opinion there. But either way, as far as the composition of the drums, things were placed in good spots. I could feel where like some of those off-time things were fitting, especially in that latter half, so really well done there. And not just in the drums, it's just one of those things that I was paying attention to. This song, overall, really well done. Like, overall composition, very competent. The vocals were solid. I liked the main line. The top line of the vocals was really good. The guitar was honestly really nice. Having some of that blend with those electronic elements, that was a very nice addition as well. I feel like if they didn't have that, it would have felt too empty. So having that back end kind of be supported by the EDM stuff was really nice. But it's kind of funny because I don't know if I would classify this as metal with the vocal style. I would say maybe emo metal. Like, it's somewhere in that line. Somewhere I would place like a more aggressive Brendan Urie Panic at the Disco sound, where it just has that flavor to it, mostly because the vocalist does, so it's kind of leaning me in that direction. But it's a nice sound. Like, I haven't heard this flavor in a while, and it's usually not done because they get people who are much more aggressive on their vocals, do a lot more screams and growls. So having just purely relatively clean vocals, it's kind of nice, actually. And I did see that a lot of those factors, the guitars and the vocals, were done by somebody called Devbags, so shout out to them for doing an amazing job there. I just wanted to throw my general props to Guy as well, because they were the one that uploaded this, as well as did a lot of the production work on it, so they did their own work on this, and really they just both deserve their own praise on this for what they did. Their contributions made a really solid song, and I am heavily impressed by what I heard. And it's not even anymore like before I was like, oh wow, on Roblox, a song this competent. I'm not even there anymore. Good music comes from everywhere. It's just more like I haven't heard this specific sound in a while. It's leaning somewhere between like what pop radio would do with metal. Like, they'd be afraid to go full metal, so they would get something like this. But also it's like kind of teetering on that edge of sounding like a YouTube song, like one somebody would make for a fandom thing, like Five Nights at Freddy's or some other shit like that. So it's like, it's kind of on that line, but I suppose that's probably also the demographic they're going for and the sound they're trying to get to. So I don't necessarily see a problem with that. It's just a general observation there. Either way, I would say solid like 7 out of 10. Really good song, honestly. I really don't know why I started or when I started rating stuff, but I suppose that's just a thing I do whenever I feel like it now. So if you have something else you want me to get to, by all means, leave in the comments below and I'll do my best as always to get to those. Or if you want to guarantee something much like whatever did for this one, you can always go to my YouTube memberships or my Patreon, where there's a tier that will force me to listen to whatever you want, by whoever you want, from whatever you want. If it's good or if it's bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!